Well, hello, fellow fumble-fingered fools. Your favourite idiot here, Captain Clumsy. And you might have been wondering where the heck I was. Well, I'm not missing in action, not yet anyway. Haven't fallen off my bike, but some things have been happening. Some good things, some not so good things. And maybe we'll talk about that today in this video, which is a bit of a meander, hopefully ending up at a little local beauty spot where I might give you a quick walk round, I might not, and possibly even a rather interesting cafe which was featured on national television recently. So first of all, channel update, health issues. That remains ongoing, I'm afraid. I'm still suffering with extreme tiredness, and that does impact my energy levels. Try and take the really back road here, so I've got to be careful. It's very slow and very narrow. Slow back roads today, if we can. So health not so good, but I'm plodding on. I'm looking at the long-term picture with regard to my employment, retirement, and so forth. But I'll update you on the outcome of that. It's not resolved as yet. More immediately, there's been something rather nasty happen, which was totally unexpected. I was on a day out with my friends at the weekend, bank holiday weekend, Saturday night, Peterborough Beer Festival, plenty of drinks, really good time with my friends, walking home down the local high street, music blaring, lots of people around, but dark and very noisy. Chap thought I'd taken a photo of him. He chased after me, hit me from behind. I went over, knocked out. Came to very confused, distressed, upset, but fortunately there was security to hand, and then very shortly after police. So they picked me up, dusted me down, and got me home again. Police have obviously recorded the crime, and they are going as far as looking at CCTV, so there is a possibility they might do something about it, but I'm not overly confident that they'll be able to find the individual. But to be attacked from behind, knocked out, and I think that sort of thing happens often there. The place is where I grew up, but to be honest, it no longer feels like home. It feels like a foreign place, and not because of the colour of the people who live there, because actually the man who attacked me was white. And it is about the attitude, the hostility, the feeling of lack of friendship. A sad moment, but I recovered, I'm okay. Lots of people have offered support, so I'm very grateful to them for that. So that's one thing. The health is another thing that's slowing me down, but more positively, and probably break off for a minute or two while I navigate this rather tricky junction. I can do that without putting my feet down. Oh yes, right. Trials next, Brownie. Ho. Yeah, I don't think so. So the other thing, which has meant that I've really not done anything in my vlogs, but bear in mind, there is an awful lot recorded, so there's probably enough to keep me going into winter if I'd stop riding today. I've got field tests. I got riding reviews on two kind of bikes which are well up my list. I've got the... Have I done them? Well, there's the Bobber, which I've either done or I'm about to do, and there's also the Rebel 1100, which is probably the Captain Sensible option, whereas the Bobber is the mean and moody and totally impractical option. So decisions on bikes, so they'll be coming out. Love your reviews, comments and all those things. Bear in mind, as ever, it's only a riding review. I'm not an expert. I don't propose to put the definitive viewpoint on those machines or any machines, but if you can come back to me and we'll have a nice little dialogue. Anyway, enough for now. We're going to speed up for a bit, and then I'll come back to you later. Cue music. Emergency running repairs required. So those of you visiting Cornwall and want to find some places which are quiet and hidden, there's a really good one down there. There's a nature reserve, Cornwall Wildlife Trust. I'll see if I'll put the name up, and the name of this valley, which is beautiful. And there is also one of Cornwall's great attractions. Well, it is in his eyes anyways. So I'll highlight that one a little bit closer. But this is a beautiful valley. There are lots of good walks around here. It's rarely crowded. That's a great photographic location, isn't it? And it's great if you want to have that peaceful holiday, maybe do your cycling away from the main roads, which are intolerably bad. Certainly good for walking, finding nature. There's some nice places to eat too. But I'm going to head towards one of Cornwall's better known attractions, which can get overcrowded, but I suspect today it might not be too bad. And there is a very well known cafe which was featured recently on national television. With any luck it might still be open when I get there. I'll certainly get a hot drink, maybe a snack. I doubt whether they have any food for me because I'm celiac and also I'm a vegetarian, and their food is mainly meat oriented, shall we say. Yeah, it's a shame I can't push it on a little bit quicker today because it's as you can see, one of the reasons why Cornwall roads are so slow is coming towards me. Halfway house to the left, where I come for every other month with the Motor Guzzi Club for quite decent looking food. I just source local ingredients. It hasn't exactly got a vibe or an ambience, but it's very convenient for if you're en route. As a tourist, lovely sweeping bends on this road. Trago Mills to your right, that's the Cornwall major attraction. Yeah, I haven't been to Trago for years. However, the car park's great if you want to do little demos with your bike, you know, the 360 cameras and things. Dosmary Pool to the left is reputedly where King Arthur chucked back Excalibur after he'd done with it. In actual fact, it's a kind of glorified puddle. A few bikers are out today, and that was an Enfield Bullet. Magic. Yeah, I don't really recommend Cornwall as a biker haven. ways. I mean, I know everywhere in the country's over trafficked and everything, but and another Cornish attraction coming up to the left very shortly is Trago, not Trago, Carnglaze Caverns, which is an entertainment venue amongst other things, but it's also a former, I think, lead mine. It's got the usual stalactites, stalagmites, and it's a great place to come if you're it is a wet day, which has been very frequent here in Cornwall the last month or so. Yeah, so we are going left very shortly here. So this road will take us up to Bodmin Mall, it'll take us up to the Minions. No, not those Minions. And the Hurlers, the Stone Circle. I can find a picture, I'll chuck one up of the Minions and the Hurlers, which I probably have one somewhere. All available from my website to order. And but before we get there, there's a place called Goliath Falls, if this gentleman didn't knock me off. Thank you, thank you. The place we're going to head towards, and I might even give you a quick flavour of it, it's not really the best time for it. It's called Goliath Falls. It's where a river comes cascading down some rocks and things. So there's waterfalls, there's lots of vegetation. In the autumn it's great for colour of the leaves, and also some very prominent fungi. It is though rather popular, and one of the reasons why it's rather popular is because of the cafe called Inky's, which is in the car park. Now I'm hoping that will be open at least so I can get a drink. Not too far to go yet. Great Thursneuf, what a great name. Thursneuf sounds like a fungal condition, doesn't it? Oh, you got Thursneuf there, sir. You need to take the tablets. That, by the way, wasn't an authentic Cornish accent at all. And in case anybody's going to write in, Mr. Tafarron of Camelford, he don't talk like a Corny man. No, I don't. Sorry, buddy. Oh, it's just pleasant to be out on the bike. I haven't been out very much at all recently. The weather's been shite. I've been shite. I've been busy. Oh, Goliath Falls is our turning. God, some of the trees are actually starting to turn colour. Blimey. That's been a funny year. People parked in the road. We must be just about here. You don't have to pay for parking here, you know. Over the Dinky Winky Bridge. Yes, people parked inappropriately as ever, and it's Heaverama City, so yes, it's a very, very popular spot. It's fortunately, being a motorbike, I should be able to find somewhere to park. Oh, they've all got their SUVs. Yes, middle class rich people. Lots of them in Cornwall. Don't know why they come here, because they... Anyway, where shall I park? Right, let's turn this puppy off and go and have an explore. So here we are at Inky's, next to Goliath Falls in the car park. Recently plugged by one of the telly chefs. I'll put his name up here somewhere. And yeah, as you can see, the queue to get anything is very long, so I suspect I won't even get a coffee here unless they do a refreshments counter that's not too busy. So we shall wander away from the tourist fly trap and head towards the other tourist fly trap, which is the Goliath Falls themselves, and give you just a quick overview of that. And I might get my little Nikon film camera out and take a picture if I can see anything. It's quite wet here, so I won't go too far. Oh, look at that, the lichens and the mosses and that beech tree, which is in quite poor state, but that makes it all the more interesting for photographs. Let's have a look. So here we have one of the main issues with this nature reserve is over tourism, so they've ended up having to fence off areas which people have obviously caused erosion in. Sadly, that's also one of the best points for taking landscape shots in autumn. So if you're coming here for photography, bear in mind you can't necessarily access all areas. If you're coming here for general tourism, well, I'm sure there's plenty of areas you can explore. Be mindful though, it can get very busy because it's been well, it's been overhyped, I think, a little bit. But yeah, come later in the year, autumn, even winter, and you'll be able to get some peace and quiet. And if you like taking photographs, I'm no doubt sure there will be some really great images to be had here. Indeed, I might have a go at that one over there myself. Alright, so that was a brief introduction to Goliath Falls. Quick look at Inkeys. My advice would be wait a few weeks before coming here, because otherwise you'd be waiting at least an hour to get food, I reckon, if not longer. Yeah, looks to be very popular anyway, so it's good for their business model. I know it's been a difficult year for tourism, 20% down, I believe. Yeah. Look at all the big expensive cars, you know, and show their plumage here to middle class, very predictable people. Right, we'll go home and I'll end this vlog very shortly, but I think I'll first of all just try and get a photo or two of those derelict lorries by the side of the Henry Orchard depot. Right, let's go. But yeah, it's Cornwall for you in tourist season. It is the last week of the school holidays. It's expected that it's going to be busy, isn't it? And let's face it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to catch you in the next one. I've been Captain Clumsy, and keep watching for more. Bye for now.